Wounded Warrior Cyber Combat Academy. The acronym is WWCCA, and it is a program that we're working on developing where we are going to train wounded warriors who are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and basically try to fill a skill gap that currently exists in the nation where we don't have enough technically proficient cybersecurity professionals. So the idea is to take some of these guys that are very patriotic, very capable, they have a number of unique attributes, and retrain them in a career field that currently has a 0% unemployment rate. We're working right now on bringing together a pilot program that's going to include 14 different courses that will be taught over a one-year program, and the intent is to have that end in a capstone project, which would be a performance-based assessment to be able to demonstrate that a candidate would know how to, for example, conduct a penetration test or different types of those activities against a simulated environment. There's a lot of really good certifications on the market today. For example, you have CompTIA, which has a lot of really good what I'll call foundational certifications. ISC Squared has some certifications, EC Council has some certifications, SANS has a certification that we're going to include in this, as well as another program that's kind of unknown, which is known as the Security Certified Program. Stitch them together in 4 different areas, what I'll call foundational IT, foundational cyber, core cyber, and then advanced cyber, and stitch all 14 of those together in a meaningful way so that we can build technical skills, we can build skills within cyber, but then also build really advanced cyber skills. This is a huge growth industry, and the reason of it has to do with the fact that the cybersecurity market is directly tied to the use of IT within our society. So as the society continues to consume more and more IT, the need for properly protecting that IT infrastructure and that information becomes more and more important. So there's a tremendous growth opportunity, and again, a lot of it's tied to the fact that IT as we know it will continue to expand in our society, and the need therefore to protect that intellectual property becomes so much more important. In terms of salaries, it's not uncommon for highly qualified candidates to make over 6 figures. So there's a tremendous opportunity to take guys that, for example, have served their country in one capacity and move them into a new theater of battle in the cyber world, and really give them an opportunity to not only serve their country but also to make a good living at the same time. We really have this kind of untapped pool, what I call the League of Wounded Warriors, the guys that have been hurt on the battlefield in some cases, and they represent a unique opportunity for us to be able to fill that skill gap that's so in demand right now, and at the same time allow these noble servicemen to continue to serve the country. The challenge you run into right now is that how do you take somebody who basically wants to change positions, change careers, but needs to have a very high level of technical proficiency? Usually it would take on the magnitude of many years of either on-the-job training or dedicated, part-time or studying. And so the idea here is to take guys that, because of just the nature of their injuries, have time on their hands and can dedicate themselves to retraining in a meaningful way, maybe upwards of over a year, and then reprovision them in a meaningful way out there on the battlefront. We recommend that servicemen talk to their occupational therapist about the program. If they haven't heard about it, they can point the occupational therapist to www.w2cca.org. We will be accepting applications to the program. Currently, as it's planned, we're expecting to have referrals from an occupational therapist that's the right kind of candidate, and then we're also asking candidates to take what we call an IT aptitude test. We understand that not every wounded warrior out there is going to necessarily have the intrinsic capability or desire to basically get into the IT market, rather than have somebody join the program 3 months later, find out that it's not for them and drop out. We want them to take an aptitude test ahead of time just to make sure that the IT work that the cyber world is so dependent upon, they actually have the capability.